a seat, ladies and gentlemen. Lots to talk about today. Thank you, Eric. Welcome to the courtroom. Welcome to the courtroom on this fine. You can't hear me? Hello?
Cool man 325 on this fine.
Wait, yeah, you can.
Steak.
Yo, chat, I'm not muted. Wait, yo, chat, can you hear me, chat? Hello?
Steak.
What? Yes, you can. I'm not muted. Wait, yo, chat, can you hear me, chat?
Cat egg.
Wait, chat, can you hear me?
$1.99.
Hey, thanks, cat egg.
Handsome, cool face.
Wait, chat, you pretend he's muted? Oh my god, you sons of... God damn it, order!
After James super chatted $2, our YouTuber Caden Ramirez is impersonating Pac God.
You idiots tricked me. I thought I was actually muted. God damn it, you little pranksters!
Titan Danielle edits super chatted $2.28. Burger King would go bankrupt without you.
Shut the fuck up, Daniel. You're fat. Ah! Okay!
Block blast.
Order in my court. Order. Everybody quiet down, please. We have lots to talk about. Judge Steakwad returns. I am so... Yo, Garrow, thank you. Harry, thank you. Delbal, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen of the courtroom, I am so goddamn sick of wearing this outfit.
Sunny GT super chatted $1.99. I hope you have a good day, Big Egg Grandma China.
I am so sick of this fucking outfit! Oh my god! But shit keeps happening!
$1.44.
I'm so done!
The moon fall out of orbit yesterday.
I am so done with this outfit, but all this shit keeps going down! I'm so done with it, chat! I'm so done! Okay?
You so chunky, lil bro.
I'm not chunky! Okay, shut up. Your honorable Steakwad is here. Shut the fuck up and listen to me. All of you, I can't get over the wig. Hey, Charlie, what the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Let it begin.
I'm trying to... Court is in session! Everybody quiet! The accused! Oh, thank you, that monkey. Thank you, Couch. Thank you, Melody. Thank you, Ling. Okay, yo, chat. Y'all gotta let me be real for a second, okay? This is real Steakwad talking here. Not just... Ah, let me speak!
SCJ's Plush World super chatted $1.99. Spam egg if you are gay, guys.
I want to chat. I want to get to the... Okay, you know what? I'm going to just mute the donations for a second while I explain this. Ladies and gentlemen of the courtroom, Mr. Jimmy Beast has been under fire recently for some pretty crazy allegations. So today, Judge Steakwad will be investigating the case. I will be investigating fairly, unbiasedly, and honorably. Ladies and gentlemen of the courtroom, have you heard what has happened? Have you heard what has been going down recently? Shit has hit the fan. I order. Literally, chat, MrBeast has been getting canceled by a YouTuber known as DogPack404. Does the courtroom know who that is? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this stream is not about Chris Tyson. This stream is about MrBeast. So, I'm gonna be watching this video for the first time and I will be unbiasedly judging it. DogPack404. This guy used to work for MrBeast and he has been like getting crazy amounts of views. 6.3 million in 18 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, 6.3 million in 18 hours. Do you know how crazy that is? Ladies and gentlemen of the courtroom, we're not gonna watch the first one because this one's kind of old. We're gonna watch the newest one. If you guys would like a summary, I suggest go watching his video. Very well edited video, very well made. Basically, He is being accused of faking some videos, running illegal lotteries, and a couple of other things. Now, when I saw this video, okay, by the way, chat, I just want to say right now, from an outside perspective, unbiasedly, I will be judging this, okay? I will be taking all facts into consideration, 100% honestly. Now, I've had nothing but a good experience with MrBeast, so I'm kind of sad to be seeing this, quite honestly. As you all know, a couple weeks ago, MrBeast sent me a bunch of chocolate. They literally gave me $25,000 of chocolate. So, you know, I've had nothing but a good experience with MrBeast. So these videos, if they're true, make me very, 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 very sad. Ladies and gentlemen of the courtroom, I liked MrBeast, and I'm hoping after this video I will still like him. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen of the courtroom, shall we begin the proceedings? Shall we begin, ladies and gentlemen of the jury? Thank you for the donations, everybody. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna be real, chat. I'm gonna be unbiased in this whole thing. I'm gonna just try to look at this from a third point of view. No bias at all in this courtroom. Even though MrBeast has sent me stuff, been super nice to me. They're awesome. Beast team has been great to me. Literally everybody has been commenting, telling me to watch this video. Like every single day, y'all have been saying to watch the dog pack video. So I believe it's time. I believe it's time. I believe it's time. Makes me very sad. I really hope the stuff in this video is not true. I have also heard MrBeast will be formulating a response soon. So we will be watching that when it happens. Can you all hear me? Put one in the chat if you can hear me. Let's start this proceeding. We're going to be doing a Skibbity Toilet countdown tomorrow. I know you guys want me to, but this is very much more important. Came out yesterday. Okay, thank you. Now, just out of curiosity, ladies and gentlemen of the courtroom, how many of y'all little 8-year-olds have seen this video here? 1 in chat if you've seen this video, 2 in chat if you have not. Watch the first one first. I've already seen the first one. I can give it's just really long. I don't know. The first one didn't scream anything crazy to me, to be quite honest. So the second one is the second video is like a way crazier title, ladies and gentlemen of the courtroom. Okay, wow. Seems like everybody's seen this. Okay, this is my first time watching the second one.
Hi.
Ladies and gentlemen of the courtroom, this video is not monetized.
We're visible. Get set to travel this summer with a wireless plan that'll keep you connected on the go. All on one line with unlimited 5G data and hotspot. Now just $20 a month for 2 years. Travel like a champion with code CHAMP.
Ladies and gentlemen of the courtroom, I stand to disagree with that statement in the description. But hey, get that money, man. Get that money. I don't care. All right. So, guys, there's quite a bit of allegations in this video. I want to state right now, totally, it's all allegations, okay? I'm not saying any of this is true. I just want to watch and see. I will be making a fair judgment of this video as your judge. Let's begin. Okay, is MrBeast really guilty? Let's find out.
I'm hungry. All right, jokes for food. I wish a philanthropist YouTuber would just give me 10K and not film it. Hey, what the hell happened to you? MrBeast, that's what happened to me.
What we do here is go back.
I was gonna be somebody. I was gonna be the Kyle took my job. Kyle took my job. It's the worst production night I'm gonna
Hold up! There was a little man who is getting the shit kicked out of him. Ladies and gentlemen, how is this relevant to the case? How is this relevant to the cancellation of Mr. Breast? Please answer. Oh. Oh.
Okay, content cop from Temu back at it again. So just
Okay.
before I get into my interrogation with former MrBeast employee Jake Weddle, a lot has happened since my last video. After posting, I got hundreds of messages from former MrBeast employees, and I had them all like send proof of former employment. You know, just people showing their support or telling their stories of you know, fake videos or unsafe practices, you know, toxic workplace, stuff like that. I'm not really going to get into those claims because, for one, like, most people want to stay anonymous, which I understand. And also, like, I think most of that stuff's just been covered.
Turn on captions. Ladies and gentlemen of the courtroom, so far, interesting video. He's about to interview a former employee. Captions are not available, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize.
You know, the news coming out about Beast Games and everything. And also,
Now,
I have, like, more...
I do have a question for the ladies and gentlemen of the chat. What do you guys think about this whole situation? MrBeast guilty or innocent? Yo, Frog, thank you for the level 2. Mason, thank you for the $2.
Serious allegations that I want to start covering. Also, I heard from a very credible source that MrBeast has been sitting on a response to part 1 because he was worried if he posted it, I would instantly respond with part 2. You know, like this is Kids Bop, Kendrick Lamar versus Drake.
MrBeast is gonna respond?
MrBeast's secret CEO has been practically like harassing my people on, you know, hey, what's in part 2? What does he know? So I will just tell you, James, what will be in part 3, so you don't have to harass my people. It will be about serious allegations of sexual misconduct in the company and your direct involvement in covering up those crimes.
Okay. This is more serious than I thought. All right, damn, Chad, that makes me really sad if that's true. I hope y'all know, like, so many of us have grown up with MrBeast, like, literally. Ladies and gentlemen of the courtroom, this makes me very sad. I really hope it's not true.
And I'll make sure to give you full credit and plaster your face all over the screen when we talk about that. So yeah, I've gotten dozens of messages from former MrBeast employees of very serious allegations. So I just want to put a call to action at the start of this video that, you know, if you have a story, you can DM me. Just make sure you send proof of employment first, because I get a lot of DMs. And like, as much as I meme and joke around, like, I take anonymity very seriously. So without explicit permission, I don't go public with anything. And obviously, if it goes to court, I would hope they would censor your information from the court documents. I don't know. Oh, and former contestants too. That's another thing I heard after posting my last video is during the 100 Boys versus Girls video, I have people corroborating the same story that the camera guy who gave the girls a drone was making some girls feel uncomfortable. You know, you trap these girls in a circle and make them sleep on rough turf and get them high on paint fumes, and then you try to f them.
Okay,
Okay, wow. All right, 3 minutes in, ladies and gentlemen of the courtroom. Right off the bat, feeling very sad. I really, I'm not sure what the rest of this video entails. Hopefully MrBeast can respond to all this. Like I said before this video, I've had great experience with MrBeast. So this makes me sad, you know?
that seems really dark.
No, it's not dark. You're misunderstanding me, bro.
I think I am.
Yeah, you are. Because if the girl said no, then the answer obviously is no.
No.
But the thing is she's not gonna say no. She would never say no because of the implication.
Anyway, so that will be part 3. So, you know, MrBeast, do with that information what you will. I know Chucky didn't want to respond to those allegations. So anyway, my interview with Jake Weddle, I chose to interview him because I thought he was perfect because he was both on camera and behind the scenes in 2019 and 2020. And also, what people don't know is that he came back in 2021 to be the sole contestant of a MrBeast video, which never got uploaded because it went very badly. He also knows about another portable document outfit format who was working at MrBeast while actually on the registry. And I'll get more into that story at the end of the video. So I got his DM, drove straight to New York overnight, did not sleep, just drank a bunch of caffeine. And I also only had one microphone in the interview, which he's wearing. So it's mostly just him talking. Also, like, final thing, people said my last video started slow. This video also starts slow. It builds up over time. But I'll do the retention thing and say, the ending will blow your mind. It's crazy. Yeah.
Okay. How are we feeling about this, ladies and gentlemen of the jury? Sorry I kind of lost my energy. This just is a lot more serious than I realized. Feeling quite distraught here. Very sad. Your Honor is feeling quite concerned right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Jake Weddle, everybody.
I'm Jake Weddle. Most people who, if you know
Jake
me from
Weddle.
MrBeast, I'm a deep cut.
Calling Jake Weddle to the stand.
I made a few of the videos, sometimes maybe purposefully kept to the shadows a little bit. I'm in the cutting room floor a lot of the time. But I've been in some videos. I've worked on a lot of them. I was there from 2019 to 2020.
What is he about to
2021-ish when I
say?
came back and did some more. I was there when they were authentic, and then I saw the transition to what I feel like is a company. He's like a TV show now. It went from YouTuber guy with a camera to Amazon. The culture around there was very unspoken, but there was a vibe. There was half the people who, if you made Jimmy happy.
Ladies and, okay, I want to give my thoughts right now. I have there's two roads here. Number one, MrBeast malicious. Number two, MrBeast inadvertently making people have a bad time. Because the thing is, I don't know. Is this a consequence of MrBeast directly doing something, or is this a consequence of a big company becoming out of control?
You were on the good half, and these people got random bonuses and were usually moved up, had more screen time. And then there was people who, if you had a disagreement or butt heads with Jimmy, or just you didn't like it, you know, you were in the other half. And I consistently was in the half that Jimmy doesn't like me. That's fine. I don't like him either. It's okay. Oh, that feels so good to say. I don't like Jimmy. I hate you so much. He didn't want anyone to get more popular or have more of a way out necessarily. Like, oh, I'm doing my Twitch thing on the side. Don't do that because you could get famous and leave and talk about me negatively. And I could tell that the yes men were, you know, doing well. And I was, you know, disgruntled for quite some time. So I've talked to reporters, right? Like publicly. And I've always had to choose my words very, very carefully because I don't want to say anything I don't stand behind, obviously. So I used to talk to people. I used to glaze Jimmy publicly for things I do.
Does this sure just say www.poop.org? What a Chad.
Genuinely think are true. But then it's like, well, how come you didn't talk about the working conditions? Well, I wanted a career. I didn't want to, you know, speak ill of YouTube's golden boy.
By the way, I'm being impartial here, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Continue.
And then I'm blacklisted forever. I tell people I was talking to you, and they go, "Don't, what are you doing? You're going to kill your career." It's like, I have to, or I'll be sad. If this is the moment, we're going to talk about it. So, as far as that, that's my covering up of why we didn't talk about XYZ sooner, but now you know.
What would you say is the fakest video that you worked on while you were there?
Fakest video that I worked on while I was there. This is the extent of the fakeness that I was involved to. This is like, admitting to my complicity. I was a writer there, and we were working on a video, crushing my friend's car with a rock or meteor or something. It was a rock or a meteor.
I think I've seen that video. So this guy, former employee, saying a lot of, so basically he's giving his deposition here.
You were in the title of it, I can't remember, but.
Sorry, I'm not talking so much. I'm just deep in thought. My little skibbities. Okay, there's a video.
To do a prank where, unbeknownst to the person, he takes a rock, crushes their car, and they're supposed to think a rock came out of space.
We're gonna take a meteor and we're gonna put it on Weddle's car. We're gonna take another meteor and put it on Marcus's car. Both of them have no idea that we're doing this. Weddle and Marcus are probably shocked. They had no idea.
And so that was the one and only time I had to, my car? What? And on the fly, I saw him, because Marcus was in that video. So Marcus is calling his mom. Marcus genuinely had no idea. He genuinely had no idea. But so Marcus is calling his mom, and his mom's freaking out. And I'm like, oh no, they're gonna call my mom next. So I had to text my mom, who had to beg to get the title very quickly. Now she's...
Thank you for the $2, Zell. Okay, faking videos, chat. I feel like everybody fakes videos. I don't think that's as bad of an issue as a lot of people are putting it out to be. Is it? Am I wrong about that? I feel like most if not all big YouTubers fake videos. It's going somewhere with it. Okay. It gets worse. Okay. Sorry, I'm just making an observation here. Stop. I'm just making an observation here. I'm literally just watching. That's just my thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen of the courtroom, it gets a lot worse. Okay, we'll keep watching.
I'm texting my mom. I go, Mom, I'm about to call you about the meteor thing. You have no idea? Be surprised. And then I hit send, and then they go, call your mom now. And I call my mom and I tell her, and oh, she should have got the Oscar. Oh my God, on the fly, she goes, what? I'm on vacation. Mom, my car has
gets
been,
worse? Okay.
destroyed.
Wait, what?
A meteor hit it.
Jacob, I'm on vacation. Do you understand?
After the championship.
Hi. What the hell? How am I getting ads on this shit? Yeah, he's the honest guy. Okay, true. Fair. Yes. Fair. Okay. So, number one, faking videos, because MrBeast is the guy who doesn't fake videos. That's allegation number one.
Hey.
Only one thing could...
I can see it. I can see why people are mad. I see it.
Yeah, I did that video, and they're supposed to give me $10K to put a down payment on a new car, and they wanted me to get like a big, flashy new car. $10K was supposed to be a down payment. And I can't afford a big, flashy new car.
I'll say right now, $10K is not very much for a down payment on an expensive car. I don't have an expensive car, but I've had friends buy cars. $10,000 is not very much to be buying an expensive car. Like, just straight up, it's not. Like, another thing with expensive cars, insurance is very, very expensive.
Car, because I work at MrBeast. So I couldn't get anything I couldn't afford the taxes on. I couldn't get anything I couldn't afford the insurance on. So I do my part of the video, and I get a mom van that I could afford. And Jimmy was like, why didn't you get a cooler car? I was like, I can't afford that, bro. Come on, what are you talking about? You know, if I was working on a TV show in the 90s, on a show that was a quarter as successful, I could retire today. But now I make dog shit pay, making gajillionaires more money. And I just walked into the writer's room, and that's one of the reasons why I left, was because I just walked in there and asked for not necessarily a gajillion dollars, but maybe a salary that was more proportional to the work I was doing, given how much revenue that work was doing.
Okay, so he asks for more money. What happens after that? Asking for more money is definitely, like, fair. All right.
And then, you know, I talked about that, and I talked about the Writers Guild and how this is what Writers Guild industry standard is for the streaming internet content with ads.
So I'm still a bit confused as to what his role was at MrBeast. Seems like he was an everything man. Especially if he was in a video and he feels underpaid. It's giving unfair. I kind of agree with that. If he's literally in a video and he feels underpaid, I don't think that doesn't sit right with me. We'll keep watching.
I thought that was the closest thing to YouTube, and
he's a writer.
I didn't even bring up residuals, because oh my God, if I got residuals for every video I worked on, boy howdy, I could retire. But the other thing I talked about was there was another writer there, older comic, black guy. He had a kid, and I got paid more than him, and I thought that was wild because he was older than me, had a child. We're doing the exact same job, and I'm some 20-year-old fuckhead white guy. Why am I getting paid more than him? I brought that up, and
okay.
One of the things I didn't like about the way some of the V stuff shook out was I feel really guilty about the way this like shook out. Yeah, I was talking to this other writer, like it's fucked up, you know, that's how the pay is, and I want you to get paid more, you know, because you deserve to get paid more. You know, I don't have a kid. And he didn't want to rock the boat. He desperately didn't want to rock the boat. He's just, I like my job. I like, you know, because when you grow up with, you know, nothing, not to say that he did, but I know I did, you know. You get a little something, you don't want to lose it. So he didn't want to rock the boat.
Very emotional moment, very emotional. Very emotional. Clearly it's very, 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 very sentimental to him. which is, yeah.
But he said, "Hey man, if that's how you feel, you know, like if that's like, I trust you." He stood with me. He went to that meeting with me, and I said my piece, and he backed me up. I said, "I need XYZ or I'm out of here," and they said, "Bet," and they gave me a severance check the next day, and they gave him a severance check the next day. And if I knew,
so he asked for more money, and he got fired. Okay, hold up. Okay, so he goes to the writers. He asks for more money. They just fire him. It gets worse. It's already kind of bad. I don't understand. Like, why would you just get fired for asking for more money? That's really like, that's pretty crazy to me. He said for money or he's going to leave. So basically he went up to them and he asked them for more money or he was going to leave. Which, like, if you go, like, if you're at an average job and you ask your boss for more money, like, the boss can very easily say no and you would stay there, right? Firing someone for asking for more money is very odd, in my opinion. Objection! I'll keep watching. You guys give your thoughts in the chat as well.
if I knew he was going to lose his job too, I wouldn't have done it. Me, I was over the moon. I was like, "You're gonna give me a check and I get to leave?" You know, I don't get to deal with the how many Orbeez can I fit up my asshole every day? You know, and I get to go home and you're gonna pay me to leave. I was over the moon, and he was devastated. He did not want. He just wanted to be in the room, you know.
Dang, that is really sad. So the guy that was older than him was like going to support him and they both got fired. Man, this whole thing just makes me really sad, man. Like, chat, it's just the last thing you expect from MrBeast. Damn. Just makes me sad, chat. Just makes me really sad, man. I hope that Jimmy comes back with a response to all this. But it's not looking good.
I really regret that.
Like, he's literally telling this story and he can't stop crying. It's brutal, chat. That's brutal. Just it makes me really sad. Like, clearly it affected him very, very badly.
Yeah, me and him are really still tight. We're still good friends. Is he doing good? Yeah, he's doing good. He's a good guy. I love that guy. He's doing good. Kinda. Yeah.
So maybe you're still better?
Honestly, best thing I could have done for him. Now that he's very, very far removed from all this crazy shit, I guess.
Do you think Jimmy really enjoys doing good and helping people?
I think Jimmy wants to be the best YouTuber. I think he is laser focused on one goal. And I think whatever he has to do to achieve that goal, he'll do. And I think it was the smartest decision for him that he calculated, because he's very good with numbers. If I donate to charity, people can't say I'm shitty. If I give this homeless guy 10K, what do you mean I'm a bad guy? But I've always thought...
Well, here's my thoughts on what he just said. So, couple of YouTubers, let's say there's two YouTubers. One of them buys a $10,000 car for a video. One of them gives $10,000 to a homeless guy for a video. Which, like, who's the better YouTuber there? Obviously the person who gave away the money. So I don't think giving away money is necessarily a bad thing. Let me just keep listening.
If you're going to do something nice for somebody...
I want to see where he's going.
And you stick a camera in their face while you do it, you didn't do a nice thing for somebody. You gained something. There was a homeless guy on the street and you...
I think what he's making a fair point, but also at the same time, it's like, it's better than not giving a homeless man money. Like, MrBeast could have very easily made a video where he didn't give someone money, right? Am I wrong? Am I wrong about that? Is that a bad take?
saw an opportunity for yourself and your image, and you gave one guy $10,000 who needed to eat, and now the revenue you generated from that video is way more than what you gave. I think when he's generous on camera, it's the least authentic thing in the world. There's an element of, you know, oh, hey, you're crying. That's so good for camera. You know, I'm so glad he's, if you're crying because you're so thankful that you got XYZ, and then you go, oh, I'm so glad he needed it that bad so I could come in and, oh, can you cry more? Oh, it's so good for the camera if you could, oh, it made me uncomfortable that I was working there, and I didn't like it, and I vocalized it sometimes, and I think that's why I wasn't on camera as much as they said I was going to be. I was told at one point that I was going to be like fourth banana, you know, it was going to be Jimmy, Chris, Chandler, me, you know, and then that never happened. And I remember talking about that, like, hey, I thought my contract said XYZ. And then I got the severance checks, so, you know, whatever, all that regard.
So after your severance checks, how was your relationship with the company? I know you appeared in videos after that, right?
Right, so in videos where I was appearing in later, that's why you keep nice publicly. If you're nice in public, hey, Jake was nice in public, let's have him back for something. You know, yeah, sure. So I was hoping they call back, you know? And I appeared in some videos after I left. I think one of them was 3 days in a maximum security prison. If I did do mini challenges in that, I got paid. I was, you know, clocked in with a rate, and I would get paid and compensated for those. But there was one video I was in. I got.
This is by the way, this is Jake Weddle. He's a former employee.
Paid a lot for it, but it didn't. It didn't come out. It didn't come out because it didn't go well. There was a video that came out probably like a year ago, something like that. It got a lot of hot water when it came out. It was the like surviving like $10,000 every day you survive in solitary, or surviving solitary for whatever. It was one of those solitary confinement videos that got a lot of media attention because everybody saw the premise and thought, what? You shouldn't do that. And people don't know that was the second attempt. The first attempt was on me.
Oh, nothing works on this acne.
Bro, these ads are so out of pocket. God damn, I'm like invested in this story, then suddenly, ooh, ad, ooh. Shut up, YouTube. God, I'm so invested in this story.
Who? I'm a licensed dermatology provider.
And it didn't go well.
So, okay, what was he just saying? So he was in a video. Okay, hold up. Everybody stop. So he was in another video by himself. Is that what he's saying?
I was already planning on moving to New York, and I had worked at a couple of YouTube companies after Beast, and I had a little bit of change in my pocket. You know, the most change I had in my pocket ever. You know, small potatoes, yeah, compared to Beast bullshit. But you know, I thought I had enough to move to New York or whatever. And I get a call from somebody over there, and they go, "Hey, they want you for a video." I was like, "Oh, amazing, great, cool, thank God."
Giving money to charity won't excuse what you did. It's like saying a fraud and a criminal should be forgiven for giving money to charity. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying giving money to charity is better than not giving money to charity. That's what I was saying earlier in the video, but we didn't get to hear the full story yet though. So I don't want to remember, I want to be impartial to this whole thing. I want to take a step back and be fair.
What's the video? And they tell me the pitch. And they try to make the pitch sound like it's going to be like a walk in the park. The pitch is 100 days in solitary confinement. But don't worry, like you only have to last like 30. We have like a video. They're pitching it like at first it's going to be like a luxury vacation.
100 days in solitary confinement. That sounds very terrible. So you're just stuck in a room by yourself for 100 days.
You're gonna have like a hot tub and an ice cream machine, and like part of the video is gonna be you deciding like what items am I gonna get rid of, you know, today, and it's like the choice. They were like, it's only gonna be bad for maybe the last like 5 days tops when you have like nothing left. You're the first. It's gonna be like a breeze for most of it, and by the end of it, after 30 days, you're gonna get 300.
Oh, he only had to survive for 30. Oh. So they told him So they told him it was up to 100 days, but he only had to go for 30 days. Okay, a whole month though by yourself without like seeing your friends or anyone, that's hard. That's hard. That's hard. Why'd it take so long for people to tell us this? I don't know. Sometimes a traumatic experience can take a really long time to process. Like it could take years for somebody to have the courage to talk about something if it was a very bad thing. I mean, it just depends. It depends on a lot of things. You know, I wouldn't disavow someone's thought process just because it took them a long time to come out with it. There's a lot of different reasons why somebody could wait a while.
$1,000 because it's $10,000 a day. And I don't know, man. I grew up poor in North Carolina. I said, excuse me? I'll dance for you if you put that kind of money in my face, sure. They were like, you're going to be locked in this room and we got to make sure you're on all the time. We're going to have cameras on you all the time and you're...
Oh, man. I can't even imagine. Like being in a room for 30 days straight and you have to be on, like camera on. Sounds hard, chat. That sounds very difficult. But at the same time, 30 days for $300,000. That's a lot of money. What would you do for $300,000? That's the ultimate line. It gets worse. I'll keep watching.
You're perfect for this because you never shut the fuck up. On paper, I was like, okay, I can do this, and they always cut me out of the videos. They always, and I was, editors have told me that it's because you have too much of a personality. And so with this video, I thought, this is perfect. It's a video they can't cut me out of. I'm the guy. And so I thought, well, if I have to do this, if I have to do solitary confinement in order to do the things I want to do,
y'all are making some weird donations.
I held my tongue and I swallowed my pride and I tried to do
y'all gotta chill.
One last ride.
It's kind of a serious like story. I don't think it's much of a joke. Truman Show IRL, that's crazy. That's crazy. It kind of is though. Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. Like the Truman Show. I mean, the Truman Show was like a whole city, though. This is just one room. Is it?
And I get there, and at first it's fine. And I mean, they had just freshly painted the set. You could smell it, which that's probably not good. The smell of fresh paint in your surroundings for the next XYZ time. It looked good on the visual. It looks good on camera. It's movie magic bullshit.
You guys
it
are
was a terrible
commenting
facility.
crazy
I mean, it was
shit.
in one of the studios. They had to get a separate tank for septic stuff. Yeah.
Truman Show. That's kind of a really crazy comparison. A crazy comparison. Truman Show to this. It's obviously way different because first of all, Truman didn't know that he was in the show. He also wasn't getting paid to be in the show. This guy knew he was getting paid and he knew he was going to be in the show. I'm not saying that that's like not a bad thing. I'm just saying I don't think it's much like the Truman Show. Very different, very different.
Yeah, there was a hot tub in it. Yeah, there was an ice cream machine. Things were cool and funny on paper. But when you think about stuff, a hot tub that's not connected to a filtration system, give it 3 days, it's gonna stink. If there's not a hot water mechanism, so the hot tub was a lukewarm tub at best, which I was.
Chat, if you don't clean a hot tub, it actually smells really bad. I have firsthand experience of how bad a hot tub smells. Hot tub turns green after a week if you don't clean it, and it smells so terrible. I can't believe they really didn't clean a hot tub. That's crazy. Why? I guess if he's in solitary confinement, nobody can go in there. So why would they put a hot tub in there? I don't know. Seems kind of like poor planning so far.
It's a silly complaint, but the shower was always cold, and you're taking a quick shower, and I had cameras 24/7.
Yo, Neil Lord, thank you for the
member.
memory.
Ice cream machine. Let's talk about that for a second. The ice cream machine has 2 modes: on, and off. Reeking of smelly dairy mildew, so I got to choose which sense was assaulted at a time. I couldn't have all of them good. So the little thing started to build up.
Okay, chat. So far, what do we all think of this? Opinions in the chat. What do you guys think? Are you just going to watch the whole video? I think so. I mean, I want to see the full story. I saw the first video already. It was definitely not as bad as this one.
The bug thing wasn't like terrible, but it was a factor. And like at first it was fine, you know, and you're playing it up like, cause you know it's a video, and it got to a point where like they weren't turning the lights off. You know, I asked them, I said, can we like have like nighttime hours? You know, and they said no because it would fuck up the time lapse shots.
Elmore, thank you for the level 2. Okay, chat, did you just hear what he said? They wouldn't turn the lights off because it would mess with the shots. That's kind of bad. Chat, I don't like that. Just as a perspective, like I sit here all day with this light on my face. If I could not sleep with the lights off, I don't think I would actually be able to sleep. Like legitimately, I couldn't sleep without the lights off. I mean, yeah, they're giving him a lot of money, but the lights on at night, in my opinion, if you signed up, you signed up. Wouldn't MrBeast give you a contract that you should thoroughly read before going into this? Sounds like he did not get a contract. Okay, to me, sounds like poor planning and lack of communication is a big culprit here. That's what I'm feeling. That's the kind of the vibes I'm getting. Chat, you agree with me on that? Yo, thank you for the $10. Steak, I made an edit of you. Yeah, I'll check it out later. I want to finish this.
The time lapse of what? Me sleeping? Or me not sleeping? Yeah, I saw in other videos they did like, oh, you're gonna get XYZ hours of sunlight. Oh, great! Want to know how they figured that one out?
Thanks, After
I didn't have it. You know, one of the things was you got to take away your clock, so you didn't know what time it was. Okay, I got no access to sun. I got no access to clock. I don't know, like, the lights are on me all the time. I wasn't sleeping. I could not sleep, and I have insomnia problems now. But they might have started there. I had good people looking out for me. I had a lot of good people looking out for me, saying this we gotta stop. So I just wanted to turn the lights off, and I'm vocalizing to people.
I don't know, Chad. This lights thing is kind of crazy to me. That's kind of crazy to me. You won't turn the lights off? Doesn't sound like that was like a direct decision from MrBeast. It sounds like it was a decision of the people who were producing the video, which terrible, terrible, awful choice. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Yo, happy birthday, Abo ZFT's mom. Why would you do that? Because they're filming a video. I don't know.
Turn off. I go up to my friend, my good
yeah,
friend.
L producer, I would say so, yeah.
And I go, they're not turning the lights off. He goes, what?
I mean, it's
That's a war
MrBeast's
crime.
company, though, so I mean...
We're not allowed to do that to terrorists. Oh, good.
Okay, I don't think it was intentional sleep deprivation, which is what they're going for here. Like, it's not like they were making him not sleep. It more seemed like they didn't care that he couldn't sleep, is what I was thinking. And maybe he didn't communicate that, but either way, bad. So bad. So bad. That's not turning the lights off. That's crazy. Like I would not be able to sleep if lights were on me like all the time. I couldn't.
24 hours breaking the Geneva Convention, I guess, is what we're doing. So, you know, they're giving me, you know, melatonin, you know, it's not helping, you know, and then Jimmy would come in like every other day for like an hour, you know, to check in on me because he's doing other stuff. You know, I'm just the guy in the cage over here. He'll come back to me in a minute. And so he'd come by, he'd get the shots, he'd leave. Sometimes he'd have a note with the director over the phone. That would really piss me off. This is the note I got from the director, from Jimmy.
Thank you.
I'm receiving some cash. He said, Jimmy said, can you say to the camera how thankful you are that now you can pay back your student loans? You know how hard it was to do a take of that?
Even after all this, MrBeast won't get canceled for this. Probably not. Just makes me sad, man. Chad, it just makes me really sad. Like, I'm gonna keep watching. Makes me very sad, though.
They pretend to make it genuine. I don't want to have student loans. I don't want to be in a cage. But Jimmy's the guy with the money, and if you do what he says, he'll do what you want. You want.
Whole thing kind of seems very dehumanizing for him.
Student loans paid off, you just be in this cage. And you have power over people. When one person doesn't have resources and the other one does, and they hold it over your head, and you go, of course, yeah, I agreed to it. I needed it, of course. And just something about like having the cameras on me all the time. Like
Someone said,
I was not having.
Where is the proof? This dude is crying talking about this. Like, clearly, he was traumatized. Clearly the dude is extremely traumatized from this experience. I'm inclined to believe him. Yo, Kat, can you say hi, Alex? Hi, Alex. I feel like this is definitely real. LOL. That's what I think too. So far, I'm honestly inclined to believe him. Like, chat, he's talking with so much emotion about this. Really, why would you lie about this kind of story as well?
A good time, but we were filming a video, so I was trying my best to be funny. You know, I'm a dark comic. You know, I got bits about. I had a very traumatic life.
Another point is like, why would they lie about this? If they, okay, let's just say they intentionally just told a bunch of lies. Do you realize that would probably cost them millions of dollars in legal fees because they would get sued? There's no reason for him to be lying, in my opinion. The video is also not monetized, so like, I don't know.
I have my dad is in jail for sexual assault of a minor. You know, so this kind of stuff is very near and dear to my heart. You know, I don't fuck around with this shit. Yeah, I have jokes about that in my act. You know, I joke about it because that's what you do in a traumatic experience. You know, abusive relationships. I get out of it. The first thing I do is I do a type-line about it. You know, so I'm in this situation where my mental health is not good. My physical health is getting worse, but we're filming. So I'm doing bits. I'm talking to the camera. And I'm being, you know, like, hey, it's been a couple days. I'm not doing so hot, you know, which if I'm filming
it's just making me really sad listening to it, chat.
It was too real. If they're faking videos, why couldn't we fake this one? You know, if we're allowed to let these cast members have some time off of this difficult challenge, how come we couldn't turn the lights off? How come we couldn't maybe not have some time-lapse footage for 10 seconds?
Oh, what is it?
God damn it, Kung Fu Panda 4. I'm not watching you. Stop it. I'm in the middle of this crazy. I'm so invested. You can't be doing this to me, Kung Fu Panda. Oh my God. Damn, chat. Okay, thoughts? What do we think, everybody, so far about this?
That you're holding. A cookie?
Did you try to get out? Yes! I was starting to calculate, I don't know if I could do 30. How much can I, well, how can I manage to get out of here sooner and still have a video and still have some cash and
he seems genuine.
Get the plug, man. I did. Since we're doing time-lapse shots and since they insisted on time-lapse shots, I said, all right, we're gonna do time-lapse shots, bet. I put my YouTube on with the whiteboard they gave me. And I was like, all right, yeah, go ahead and scrub that footage. You know, you got that whiteboard. Oh no, either that goes in or this footage is unusable. And then, you know, James Warren came in and erased it. You know, fucking, you know, don't put that. Don't. Hey, we can torture him. Don't you dare let him get a plug in there. You know.
That's kind of crazy. They wouldn't let him plug his channel. Why? Like, why? Like, what? Like, why? Why can't? Chat's not looking good. Chat's not looking good. Chat not looking good.
Like we were playing up the joke You know, it's like, I'm the boy in the cage, you know, whatever. Like, I'll play into a joke, whatever, it's fine. It's just something weird about when Jimmy jokes. I have jokes about my dad because I love jokes with my dad. I'll joke about my dad all the time. That guy's a piece of shit. I hate my dad. But I have friends that make fun of my dad. That's fine, because I know their intent. I know where they're coming from. When Jimmy joked with my dad.
And by the way, MrBeast, if he has footage from this video, he could disprove it pretty easily, right? Like, all he has to do is show the footage from that video. Hasn't happened. Will it happen? I don't know. The video's only been out for 18 hours. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. He's an ex-member, so it wouldn't make sense. Yeah, exactly. It really just makes no sense for him to be lying about any of this stuff. Like, guys, do you realize... Okay, yo, Kai Gar, thank you for the $10. Appreciate the donation. Would you rather... I'm not going to read that, but thank you, Waffles. I'm not stupid, okay? Don't... Like, Chad, this is, like, kind of serious. Like, guys, this is making me really sad. You got to understand, there's no reason for these people to lie because the amount of, like... If you're just to tell a lie about somebody who has a lot of money and a lot of lawyers, you would be screwed. Okay, especially if it's an like intentional lie, you'd be sued for defamation, and you'd be done.
Yeah, I said that to seem weird. I don't like it. We were doing that one of those hide and seek videos again. You know, at the time they were a lot realer. So
it would be the easiest thing.
Caught, you know, you go.
It would be the easiest thing to disprove. All he has to do is show the footage. Exactly. It literally exactly. But again, they could also like manipulate the footage very easily. Best thing to do would just to release all the footage so everybody could go through it themselves and make a decision.
You go to the place where you get caught. And I don't know if there's footage of this. I don't know if I definitely didn't make the final cut. But he says to me, "All right, you're going to jail. You know, like your dad."
Yeah.
And like, it's a joke. But when my friends do it, it's fine. And Jimmy just wasn't my friend. He was my boss. And that wasn't cool. And so now, I'm locked in a cage at his whim. And I have to do things to get...
It's a weird joke. I don't know, man.
The cash I need to live.
Unedited version, yeah.
And I got these cameras on me all the time.
I think we need the unedited footage from this. Like that's the only way that this gets settled is with the actual footage from what happened. Because he's saying all this. So MrBeast could just come out with the footage and then boom, disprove it like that. But I don't know. Man. I don't know. It's deep. Yeah, it is very deep.
And I was unwell.
It gets worse?
Editors coming up
How could it possibly get worse?
Said, "You good, bud?" And I was like, "Yeah, why? You're clearly unwell." And he goes, "Well, because the footage you're sending in is haunting."
What I don't understand is why don't they just pull him out of the thing? Like, why don't they just say, all right, let's stop the video here. Clearly, it's bad. You're not having a good time. MrBeast could have been like, all right, here's $100,000. Here's $200,000. Here's $300,000. Whatever. Take the money. Video's not going to work out, but here's the money. Like, easy. So easy. Solve it like that. Boom. Mr. Steak Eggs, Beast Games is going to make you dislike. What is Beast Games?
I'm trying to be funny, but I am mentally decaying, so I'm doing bits. Someone said there is a horror cut of a video in this. And I'm sitting like, who's watching this? Like, who wants to see this?
Thank you, Wild Wolf Hunter.
About this,
it's a video? Judge wig. I'm a judge.
And so the thing that made me I got to get out. I can't do another day in a year. Jimmy comes in and I'm asleep. I don't know what time it is. I don't know, it's like 2 or 3 or whatever. He's like, why is he sleeping? I don't know, because I can't sleep. And he comes in, he wakes me up. And he goes, ask me why I have 2 briefcases. And I'm like, why do you have 2 briefcases?
2 briefcases?
And he goes, oh, because this one's for today, you know, and this one's for the challenge. And I go, what's the challenge today? He goes, you're gonna run a marathon. You're gonna do the 22.6K, whatever it is, and you're gonna do it on that treadmill over there. The first challenge I did was a Rubik's Cube, and I'm dyslexic, I'm dumb, I don't know how to do a Rubik's Cube. So your first challenge, Rubik's Cube. I was like, oh, I don't want to do it. I was like, on camera, I don't want to do it. He goes, just do it for the thing, my kid.
What? They made him.
Yeah. Like there was an element of, oh, Jake will do what we want because he's in house. You know, that's one of the reasons why they got me. Jake's he's an inside guy, so he'll do whatever. We can push him a little extra hard because we know he's good. We know he's. I couldn't say no to the.
Dude, that is insane. If that's true. So he was sleep deprived, and clearly they knew that. Because like all of the people were talking to him, like asking him if he's okay. Beast Games is a game show by Amazon, but it's putting people's lives at risk. I'll look into that. Thank you, Kaigara. Mr. Steak Eggs. Okay, we'll check it out. Guys, that's insane. Dude is sleep deprived, obviously tired. I'm just saying the wig made me laugh. Thank you. And they made him run a marathon.
The treadmill thing. Yeah. So I people who run marathons train forever, and it's still hard. Again, writer. Do I look like I run? I don't run, you know? Let alone a marathon, let alone have training for it. So I was in a sunlightless, you know.
Yeah, Kofi.
Did you try to say no?
Yeah.
Like, did you have a choice? Or?
Yeah, Kofi.
Based on the Rubik's Cube thing and based on all the other stuff, like there was so much pressure to just do it, just do the thing, you know? And if I refuse, it's just, oh, that's the whole video. I guess the budget's, so much money up in flames because Jake said he wouldn't want to do the thing. And so I wanted to be a good sport and I wanted to get the boost and I wanted the cash. And so I started running.
Dang, man, that's really screwed up, chat. The marathon. I can see how this would play. Like, imagine you're in a MrBeast video. You're going to be in a video with hundreds of millions of views. And they keep asking you to do stuff. You're going to keep saying yes. Because, like, everybody wants to be in a MrBeast video, right? Good Lord. Yo, Koba Burger, thank you for the member. It's really sad.
Running at 12. I was able to take some breaks. And I asked him, how long do I have? He goes, until I get back. And I'm running until 3 a.m. I got off the treadmill.
My God. 3 a.m. So MrBeast came in the room at like what? He said like 2 or 3. And he ran until 3 a.m. in the morning. Like 10 hours of running. Yeah, Chesburger, probably. That's why we were saying it had to be unedited. 10 hours of running.
Oh, the blisters I had on my feet were like, you wouldn't believe. Just all over, just these big red. I couldn't walk. My muscles were like just the lactic acid. I got off the treadmill and then the people that came in to like ice my feet, make sure I was good. Then that's when I was like, I'm done. I can't. I'm done. I'm out. I'm out. And that's when I get psych in and talk to this.
Yo, Blockbusters, thanks for the 6, man. That's really bad.
Psych about how I'm not well. And like I said, there was a lot of good people over there that was saying, you got to pull him out. Yeah, I had friends that did some freelance work. And they would tell me, they'd be like, yeah, everyone knows you over there. Everybody loves you. They go, oh, Jake Weddle, love that guy. Shame what happened to him. Like I'm a ghost. And I asked him, I said, how much longer are you guys going to keep me in here? And the guy goes, realistically, like at least 7 more days? No. And they didn't let me leave right away either. They wanted to make sure, everything was fine. So I just, slept for a while. They turned the lights off. And they brought in all my friends, to make it. They brought it on people I liked. And Jimmy.
PTSD? Yeah. Dude's definitely got PTSD. 100%. Like, you can see it. He's having a hard time even talking about it. Like, that's like he's literally just talking about something. Literal PTSD.
Then everybody was around me making sure I was good, making sure I was okay. But Jimmy had his he was sitting in the chair turned around like an evil villain. Swear to God, everyone was looking at me and he was like Lex Luthor over there. He turns around, he stands up. He does the exact same thing when he's pretending to have a human connection. You know when you're watching a video and he's like, oh, stop, you're gonna make me cry.
The next
And
part
he
is
touches
crazy.
his eye or whatever as if he's crying. He's just... I didn't have to pretend to do that shit. She says, as if rehearsed by his lawyers. Yeah, you know, your mental health's the most important thing. You know, just want to make sure you're okay. And the last thing we want you to do is...
I can almost hear the word Sue come out of his mouth. The S, he just stopped right before it got out.
I did not get the 300K. What I got, he goes, think of it this way. At least you get to keep what you earned. You know, you were in there for XYZ days. You did XYZ challenges, so you got, 100,000 some change, Give or
What I don't understand, why don't they just give him the 300K? Like, who cares? Like, clearly it was horrible. Clearly he had a terrible time. Why don't you just give the man the 300K? Like, it's like chump change. Like, I feel like that's like the least you could do is just give the guy all his money. Like, give the guy the 300K. Who gives a fuck? Like the dude's literally got PTSD. At least give him the money. Damn.
Take. You know how much money I spent in taxes? This is alone.
Wait, what is
21. I spent $44,000 in taxes alone. And now I spent all that money on doing stand-up. I bought plane tickets to go do comedy festivals. My family back home, I gave them a bunch of stuff that they needed. And haven't been back on a Beast set in any official capacity or unofficial capacity since then. And then they did the video with somebody else and they worked out the kinks. And then I'd still gotten some hot water and I knew it would. And I've wanted to say a lot of this for a long, long, long time. And I feel good now. I just had to get that off there.
So I just want to hop in here and show some text that Jake sent me after this interview. This is July 29, 2021, a few days after he got out of solitary. How are you feeling after a few days? Better. I still couldn't sleep, even a few days out, but I almost have my sleep cycle back on track. My legs and joints are good, but the blisters on my feet still hurt to walk on. Medical advice I got was not to lance them and just let them go away with time. I'm mentally still in an uneasy place, but I've gotten back on better help. My therapist is a little concerned, but we are working on things. Mind you, this is not supposed to be a traumatic life event. This is supposed to be a...
This is 2021, by the way.
MrBeast.
Wait, this is text that he sent to MrBeast?
Video. Hey Jake, hope you're doing okay. Meg and I just wanted to check in on you. Hey, I'm good and I appreciate that. I'm not exactly 100%. I feel like mentally I'm still recovering
So
a
wait,
bit. I'm back in therapy and my therapist...
Is this him texting MrBeast? No, this is not MrBeast. This is him. He's texting him.
Therapist is concerned. Haha, but my legs and joints feel better. Like I can walk, but my feet are still covered on those blisters and those hurt to walk on. But I was told the best thing to do is stay off my feet and let them heal. I'm in Raleigh with my family. Also, it'll be like a month before I get the money, and they aren't giving me all the money. They're giving me what I won up to that point in the game, which was also a slap in the face. But hey, I'm out. I'm alive.
I wonder how much he won up to that point. I wonder how much less than 300,000 it was. And I just can't get my head around why they didn't just give him the 300,000. Like, there's seriously no, like, literally just give him the 300,000.
Therapist who knows and cares about you. The whole thing was so fucked, and honestly, fuck them for not giving you the money. Meg and I are wishing you the best with your recovery, and please feel free to reach out if you need anyone to talk to or need a place to crash in New York.
It was 10K a day, but they didn't say how much he won.
Hope you're doing well, man. And that video you uploaded is money. So good. I appreciate. I'm doing better physically. Mentally, I'm still kind of in a place. I still can't sleep. I've slept 5 hours in the past 3 days, marathon included. I don't know what's wrong with me. Lots of thinking, too much, one might say. Hope they're taking care of you where they can. I mean, I was kind of shocked they didn't pay me for the full 25, 30 days. They paid me what I made up to that point. Like, even when we have to pull the plug for my mental health, the mechanism of the game is still at play. I'm just happy to be out. I still can't walk well, but it hurts.
Yo, Kygar, thank you for the $10. I think donating. You don't have to donate. Wow.
And like, I'm not famous enough to burn a bridge. So at the end of the day, I'm still Jimmy's bitch. Like, if I was Carl and he did that to me, I'd ruin him. And they want to do it again. That could be your leverage. If the guy breaks down also, 2 is better than 1. Yeah, right. I told them everything they did to me that they can't do again in order to make sure the other person doesn't break down as fast. But like, the way the video is meant to function is the problem. It's a bad idea, full stop. It sounds clickbaity, sounds right up Jimmy's alley, but it's morally unethical, like on every level. Off-camera breaks, lights off at night, visitation, take the marathon out. Marathon is a video in itself. You can't expect someone to exert themselves like that for 45 seconds of content. The challenges really made it feel dehumanizing. Felt like a parody of MrBeast. I felt like the homeless guy they could exploit. It felt like if Jeff Bezos had a GIMP. It felt like if Jeff Bezos had a GIMP. Part of me wants the footage burned, and part of me thinks that there's a great horror cut in there. LMAO, he was so fake when he came in and said he cared about my mental health. They must have programmed the care about mental health updates. He said, we also don't want you to, and I swear to our Lord and Savior, he stopped himself from saying sue. Also, as far as like, he could have said no, he could have left at any time. I want to show this segment from an internal document at MrBeast called How to Succeed in MrBeast Production. Specifically on page 19, there's a
third and last. Y'all don't have to donate, it's okay.
Paragraph called No Does Not Mean No. Already insane, because it's sort of, it seems.
No does not mean no? What? What was this document called?
He does not succeed in. Said no, he could have left at any. He stopped. I want to show specifically on page 19.
How to succeed in MrBeast production. No does not mean no. Bro. That is the worst possible sentence you could ever have. Ever. Like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Because it's sort of, it seems to be co-opting the popular anti-rape slogan, which is a terrible look given the allegations that are going to be coming out very soon. It reads, when dealing with people outside MrBeast Productions, never take no at face value. If we need a store to buy everything inside of, and you can call the local Dollar Tree, and the person that answers says, no, you can't film here, that literally doesn't mean shit. Talk to other employees and see if they are fans or if any have kids that are fans. Try talking to their boss's boss. Have me DM them on Twitter and try their social team. If all avenues are exhausted and you are left with a no, that doesn't mean don't try the other Dollar Trees, because the manager of those could be huge fans and willing to bend the rules. Basically what I'm trying to convey is what we call pushing through no. Don't stop because one person told you no. Stop when all conceivable options are exhausted. This is one of many tools that when combined.
So, I think the title of it is just really crazy. I don't think the actual paragraph is that bad. Like, they're just saying, that's just a horribly weird title. I mean, oh man, that's so weird. Like, it's kind of just saying, like, don't take no for an answer when you're trying to film somewhere. Which, okay, I understand that, but, like, going this far into it is kind of a little insane.
Dramatically improve your probability of success when producing here. So yeah, this idea of like pushing through no's is a big component to working at MrBeast. And the way that it manifests itself a lot of the time is like, a director might tell a producer, hey, we need access to 30 acres of farmland by Tuesday or we lose $500,000. Now, if you're the producer, you obviously know that means get it done or you lose your job. So what can happen is like a producer's calling up farmers saying, hey, I need to use your land. And the farmer might be like, okay, but you know, I have animals, you can't be making really loud noises, no pyrotechnics, and you got to clean everything up. So the producer's sort of incentivized to lie and say, or maybe the producer doesn't even actually know the total contents of the video, right? Things changed last second. So they're very like, they're financially incentivized to be manipulative and sort of, they're put in positions where it's like, oh, it's either the producer's job or a civilian's job, like where it talks about, hey, maybe the manager would be willing to bend the rules. Well, you shouldn't really be pressuring civilians to bend the rules that could get them fired, you know? I'll show you a real life example. This is unused evidence from part 1. I had seen this Reddit post titled MrBeast leaving trash behind and debris at film site in Aden, North Carolina. Apparently he left a large boat in a pond as well as debris around the film site in the bottom of the pond weeks and weeks after the agreed time frame. This actually rendered it unsafe for campers and almost delayed the camp's opening date multiple times due to not being able to get in contact with MrBeast to get the stuff cleaned up out of the area. So I actually know that this is from a MrBeast video called Protect the Yacht, Keep It. Where at the end of that video, he actually says,
if you're wondering, yes, we did ensure the lake was completely cleaned up after this video. For the love of God, subscribe so we can pass T-Series.
Yeah, so he says at the end of the video that they made sure it was cleaned up. I was actually on site for part of this production. I was at this camp. So I decided to send an email out to the camp, basically saying, hey, I heard these rumors. I'm investigating a similar incidents. And the camp responded, actually not denying the claims, going on to say, I am sure that there are no perfect film productions, just as there are no perfect people. I am grateful for the opportunity that we had to host the production crew, and because grace, or forgiveness, has been offered to me so freely, I will choose to offer the same. So clearly alluding to the fact that there was a wrongdoing by MrBeast production team. And that's like sort of the thing is, if you're around Greenville, you know these stories of people working with MrBeast and it being extremely unprofessional, them not doing what they say, but they sort of get by a lot on their good public image. And like, I mean, this camp offered to...
Guys, this just makes me so sad. Like, MrBeast was like probably millions, if not billions of kids' childhood. And he's kind of cooked. Like, think of all the people who grew up watching MrBeast, what are currently growing up watching MrBeast.
To host them completely for free. And I guarantee, like, if you went to the lake at the camp and you went magnet fishing, like, you'd find all sorts of debris that's still there to this day. Like, they didn't clean it all up. So in the case of Jake Weddle, like, I'm sure that there were producers who were in a position of, hey, if Jake gets out early, we don't have a video, and you're...
That's what I was saying from the beginning. Like, it seems more of like that no means no thing is kind of like a curse on the whole entire company. Like, it just makes everything terrible. Like, good Lord, why is that there? Oh my God.
Your job is at risk. So there's a tremendous amount of pressure on top of like him being delirious from not sleeping and everything to just manipulate him into staying. Which, you know, I'm sure this isn't like technically against the Geneva Convention on torture because he wasn't technically a prisoner. Like, he could have left at any time, but because of the extreme pressure to stay in, it's not really a reasonable expectation that he could have just, you know, walked out.
Because of the implication.
I think Jimmy is a awkward kid who maybe, yeah, had it a little rough growing up. I can't speak on that, but I do have empathy for it. Because I, you know, had it rough growing up, and I think when you're hyper fixated on something, like I love stand-up, he loves YouTube, everyone, you know, fixates on a thing.
We got MrBeast canceled before GTA 6. We really did. Chad, I thought MrBeast would never be canceled. I was like one of those people who's like, hell yeah, I'll vote MrBeast for president. Hell yeah.
You know, I think he just wanted to be the best YouTuber so bad. And because the industry's metrics, you know, rewarded some not great behavior, if you're just going on autopilot based on what the numbers say, you know, you can do some things that maybe aren't good, but reap reward. And I think Jimmy just did what the industry and maybe what the system that we have set up demanded. And he didn't care who got hurt. And I think Jimmy surrounded himself with really not so great people, and those people were the
I think he is spot on with that point. Seems like that's the case.
ones making the decisions. And I want to say, really important.
Yo, Nell said thank you for the 2.
There are so many good people that work at MrBeast who are damn good at their jobs. Like, when Jimmy comes in and asks for something impossible, it's these people's jobs to do it. And they shouldn't be able to make it happen, and they do. And so, I don't think people wanted to talk about stuff because I didn't want my friends to lose their jobs. I don't care about my fucking job. I'll die in a hole. I don't care. But I don't want my friends to lose their jobs. You know? I don't want anyone's reputation to be fucked. You know? But let's just go back to my dad for a second, if I may. My dad was like a swim coach, neighborhood swim team. Everybody loved him. Everybody loved it. Behind closed doors, he's a real piece of shit. And so, when stuff starts hitting the fan, what? Him? No! Surely! And then, everyone, thought my mom was the bitch, for not, But then the news broke, that he did what he did to one of the students of the team. And it's like when that comes out, you're not surprised, You just go. When I saw my dad in the news, I said, "Oh, you idiots!" Like I was like, "No, what?" I was, "Oh, dumbass! God damn it!" But I wasn't surprised, and it was just consequences happening to somebody who was really good at avoiding them for a long time. And I don't know, everybody loves Jimmy, and behind closed doors, he is not super great, and that image is cultivated purposefully and intentionally, and it's branding, it's marketing, it's YouTube.
Okay, so I guess, just one final question on a serious note. Obviously, the Ava Chris Tyson drama, and, that's a known issue of traditional media. Did you witness or hear about any sexual misconduct at the company?
It's crazy. I probably hung out with Ava the most out of the main cast, just because I was on Beast Hacks, now Beast Reacts. I don't know if it's still out. That was a lot of fun because it was just being silly and goofy in front of the camera. And Ava was the only person who was willing to film. Everybody else was too busy or didn't want to, and I was just trying to do my job. Sometimes there'd be like an offhanded joke that's a little gross. I mean, I'm a stand-up, so I'm very desensitized to that. I didn't hear anything that was like, whoa, that's crazy. Like when I saw, the reason I messaged you instead of talking to reporters sweetly like I have been was when I saw the Discord stuff because when I got there, it was like 2019. So I guess if the timelines add up, that would have been like handled, for lack of a better term. And then they started bringing more people on. Maybe they thought they had that under the rug, all right, we handled that. Now let's bring in some writers, And when I saw it, all that stuff start coming out, and the potentiality, as of this moment of recording, I know this has been happening fast and stuff has been coming out so fast. Just the potential that Jimmy could have been in those Discord chats or even the potential that he participated in those Discord chats.
Yeah.
After the shit he did to me, if you're gonna make fun of my dad.
Yeah, the dad thing's kind of weird. So weird. Yo, funny man, thanks for the 5.
I don't care what happens to me and my career and reputation after this. I had to say some stuff. So whatever happens at this point.
Outside of Chris Tyson, did you notice any or hear about any sexual misconduct at the company?
Yo, Block Blasters, thank you for the $1.
I've heard rumors. I can't confirm or deny anything. I don't have any tangible evidence, but I've heard stuff.
Rumors?
That if it could be investigated, that'd be great. But it's like water cooler talk. But I've heard things, yes, of course. I heard, people have been let go for sexually assaulting some very young people. The idea that Jimmy didn't know, or that Jimmy was covering stuff up. He didn't want stuff to come out. He's very careful about his image. The tangible proof that he knew but covered it up. How do you prove that, Well, there was a known sex offender, registered sex offender, convicted sex offender on the registry and everything, who worked there. And you can, someone pees in public, you're on the registry, you get it. You can still have a job after you're on that's one thing. You go to prison, you get rehabilitated, that's one thing. If you do your time, that's fine. I think there should be rehabilitation in this country. But that guy, from what I hear, I can't confirm or deny, from what I hear, he's on the registry for doing some not great stuff to some underage people. And they knew that. He's working at a channel that has underage people on and around and is targeted to underage people. And they covered up the fact that not only did he work there, but he was like the manager when it all started.
Oh my God.
And that he knew, and because he'll be in videos, he'll be in thumbnails, he'll be around. And whenever he is, he's wearing a mask. Why would you wear a mask? Why would you conceal your face? It's like, what are you concealing? That you are a registered sex offender?
What the hell? Oh my God. That's yeah, why is he wearing a mask? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, that's really bad. That's so horrible.
And that your face can be looked up on a thing? How much more can you literally cover up a sex offender with a physical mask? Do I have to? Is it more on the nose, or I don't know why they let him go, because there's rumors back and forth. So I don't know why they let him go, but he did leave at one point. Even if that guy didn't do anything, they still knew about it, and he was still around. And what if he's one of the people in the Discord servers? What if he's not? I don't know. But when I was there, they called him Delaware. It's like, why do you call him Delaware? I didn't know. Apparently, they called him Delaware because he's not allowed to go back to Delaware. That's his nickname? Colloquially?
They made jokes about it? Oh my God, that's so messed up.
Delaware, don't ask him why, The fuck?
Did Jimmy know about it?
The likelihood that he didn't know is astronomically low.
Okay, so finally I have a recorded phone conversation. The person on the other end of this line is a different former MrBeast employee talking about Delaware. Also, apparently before this phone conversation got recorded, the person on the other end of the line said that the MrBeast team was actually trying to expunge Delaware's record off the registry, and that's what actually sparked this person to start recording.
want to talk to us anymore. Because they're scared of Jimmy. And if you really don't do anything in the affidavit or testimony or some people, you have to move very quickly because those people are going to go back and take it.
Okay, so Reed is MrBeast's former manager who was in the last video.
Travis. Bro, holy crap, dude. What? They just dropped a bombshell at the end of this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys, I need a second to process that. Holy crap. What? What? Who the fuck is Delaware? Guilty! Oh my god.
Telling Jimmy, you know, hey, don't promote gambling to children. So, you know, I think Reed's taken 2 W's this month. You know, don't promote gambling to children and don't have offenders on payroll. Also, yeah, just from where I'm sitting, it seems extremely unlikely that Jimmy wouldn't know. But, you know, I know I'm sure that's the defense he'll go with. So I'll just say preemptively, like, you know, if somehow
Jake the Viking's brother is Delaware. Jake the Viking? Oh, I do not. Jake the Viking is like the most annoying person on the planet. So when Jake the Viking was like tweeting about all that shit, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, it was my own brother. Okay, Jake. Jake the Viking was acting like he was the brother-in-law. Oh, whatever. Jake the Viking was acting like he was like a knight in shining armor. Your brother-in-law is a sex offender, sir. The more I hear about this is crazy, guys. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Wait, how do we know it's Jake the Viking's brother? Do we have any proof of this? Good lord.
Jimmy didn't know about Delaware. I think it's still such an extreme level of negligence. Like, what, you're not doing background checks. You're not. Everyone at your company knows, but somehow you don't know. I think that needs more of an explanation than just saying, I didn't know. Well, how didn't you know? How did this person get into the company and you know, a company that makes content for children and is around children? So yeah, Jimmy, I think we need an explanation from you or you know, your lawyers and PR people and representatives and spokespersons and on how you could have not known that there was an offender at a high level in your company. And while you're responding to that, why not just respond to the allegations of rigging contest videos and selling fake signatures, running illegal lotteries, you know, the dangerous conditions on the set of Beast games. You should address those too. So yeah, just let us know.
Legal.
Okay, that was my interview with former MrBeast employee Jake Weddle. I know he will be coming out with a longer cut of this interview as well as other content. So I just wanted to shout him out. Jake Weddle, top link in the description. I've waited a long time to talk about a lot of this publicly, so thank you for doing what you're doing.
So long, goodbye.
Oh my god. Holy crap. It's not looking good for MrBeast, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. How does the jury plea? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, what is your verdict? Guilty as charged? Well, before we make a final verdict, we await response from MrBeast, but I will say it is not looking good. That was actually awful, some of the things that they were saying in that. Oh my god. It makes me so sad. That makes me so incredibly sad. I genuinely hope it's not true. I genuinely hope it's not true. But I don't see a reason why they would lie about this, so we await the defendant's response. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be live again later tonight. I don't really know what to say. That's just awful. Court dismissed. Ugh, terrible, terrible things. We await a response.